Mic check 1 2. What's poppin', everybody? How we doing? How we doing? Back after a little bit of technical difficulties yesterday, unfortunately. Sorry about that. After stream crashed, I went through like my whole PC, like deleted a bunch of different crap that like applications, whatnot, files that were like, slowing me down. So hopefully we're gonna be chilling on that front. I've obviously been doing these streams for a month or so now. Very minimal technical difficulties. So um we're good. We're good. Getting a quick promo out. We have baseball just started. We're gonna try to be getting in some live. We have some pregame baseball. We're gonna get into live as well. We're gonna go through some filters. We're gonna find EV. We're gonna find ARBs. And it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time. We killed it on Sunday. I'm gonna go through and do a little flex for everybody. If you guys were there Sunday, you're well aware. The EV calcs were EV calcing absolutely. Pretty sure we swept the entire board. One more second for the promo, and we're good to go. Let's find some bets. All right, perfect. Go back to Sunday now. PTOs. That track is in beta. It's going to be amazing when it comes out. And if you can do exactly what I'm doing using PTO, I'm going to log in for a sec. Sorry. You could do everything that I'm going to be doing using PTO 110% for free. Now, there are a couple limitations with the free access. The only limitations are the speed of the odds screen, as well as 2% caps on plus EV and arbitrage, which really is not a limitation at all. Everything works exactly as intended. You can just only see certain things. So let me log in and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. PTO also, for anybody who's curious about this, they do dual authentication. So to log into your PTO, you're going to have to get an email. Keeps your account very safe, which is always an amazing thing. But let's get back. We are here. We are in. So that was on Sunday. Let's see if we can pull up our latest bets. See, this is what I was a little afraid of because it's in beta, so there's nothing to do. It's clearly stated there. So the bets that we track here are only going to be tracked for that day. They aren't tracked apparently for the session, but it was a 4-0 day. I'm still going to keep tracking for sake. Maybe I'll recap after stream or after the game's end, I should say. But yeah, unfortunate not because I wanted to flex, but definitely wanted to show the boys that Sunday was an amazing day. So if you're here Sunday, let me know in the comments. And let's do what we always do to start. We're going to find ourselves a nice ARB, ideally not live, just because it would be hard for everybody to get in. But if we can find an ARB on like two relatively popular books, get the bankroll rolling, and that is that. And right now, I think we can call a FIFA World Cup game, this PSG Chelsea final, 4%, 323s. Let's do. So you have $200 here. That's 8. That's I don't know what the limits are because this is a shots on goal prop. We're going to assume it can't be that high. So we'll do 100. Free $20 right there. Where'd it go? I clicked away. Right here. Oh, it's moving on. Maybe it's moving on. Where'd the FD go? I want the FD. This is some tennis. Okay, so right here, 4%, 4.7%. B365 is pretty popular around. Let me guys know in the comments if you are able to get 330 down on 275. I do not have B365 in my state, so I cannot confirm that myself. But if you have 430 between these two accounts, you got yourself a free $20. The game isn't until the 13th, so keep that in mind for your bankroll. If you're obviously you don't want to if that's all you have in your account, you don't want to use that on this now. But if you have the extra 100, 330, it can get it down. That is definitely worth it at 4.7%. Now, if you have these other books as well, again, shot props don't know the liquidity, but for those who have Fanatics and B365, you also have props here. And the reason why you can use PTO is the best is because you see open all two links. I click this button. B365 is not in the state. Sometimes lags, but it pulls up B365 and the exact markets I want to place. And then it also at my FanDuel, it shows the price there as well. So another amazing feature of Pick the Odds is you can Click that button. It brings up the ARBs right into your bet slips, and boom, you get in. Accidentally stopped sharing, but we're back, and we're gonna say we have a free $20 now to play with. Gonna have to wait a couple days, but that is there, and of course we'll find more and come back to it. But let's do a quick EV run through. So I've talked about my build many times. So using the same build that I made post stream. Actually, the stream build was on stream, but it was prior to updating some certain filters based on new information I learned. This test is the best one that we got so far. I'm seeing some crazy EV on MLS, but I've been ignoring it just because I can't say I'm with too much confidence where the EV lies, but we'll look for some MLB. We'll try to find some home runs for today as well. We'll see what boosts are available. This Reds game started. Let's see if there's anything that we can just track now for a good time. Now, this is a tennis at DraftKings, plus 125. Plus 125 also have Betway. Penny with a plus 105, 1250 according to my EV calc. So that's 34%. B3, 3.4%. If it was 34%, be a different story, boys. No line even on this on FanDuel. If I click this link, it's going to bring up DK. Oh, it's gone. All right. Unfortunately gone. Okay. Maybe I know why it's gone. If it started 20 minutes ago, that's probably what happened there. Forgot it's 5:30. No one do these streams afternoon, but with the MLB schedule being the way it was, I figured it'd make more sense to get some pregame in. Mystics first half. Minus 148 at FD. FD's a book I don't like the DVig app, but let's take a look at some of the odds. And this is an amazing. I think I picked the odds. Look at the odds history here for the Mystics. This is first half money line. Let's go back even further and let's really get into this. So it opened up at like minus 140, minus 150. This is just that penny. Got some resistance back and forth, and now closer to game time, it's sitting at this minus 176, as you saw 13 seconds ago. So fairly recently. Game's at 7:30. Gonna click that and pull up FanDuel right away. See if just make sure the line exists. Which it does, minus 148. Probably worth it. Probably worth it. I'm going to track this. So we're going to track Washington first half money line against the Aces, and we're going to block the bet. Blocking the bet just means it will not show up, which is a good thing because we won't rebet it. So Mystics first half money line minus 148. Drinking a little bit of that good stuff. Some expected value on the juice. No worries there. Go to the bet tracker now. We can see what we have live today. But of course, like I mentioned, with the way that PTO is just currently set up, this is going to be so amazing when it's finally live, as you can see behind the scenes. I cannot wait for the bet tracking to go live. But let's get the play button going. This just pauses it. I like to pause it for content because when things are moving, of course, when you're doing live EV or ARBs, or even look at the odd screen, of course, you want us close to real time. But for our purposes, we're going to pause and see what we can find. Let's try to look for some MLB. A couple of interesting series so far this past week. We're sitting at 1%. So if you guys have PTO's free version, you'll be seeing these. First 5 innings for the Sox plus a half a run. That's at Hard Rock. Not widely available, but to Penny and to Circa, as well as BOL, that's a pretty good price. So if you guys have Hard Rock, I know it's in a couple of states. That looks like a good price there. Let's see if there's any other. Actually, let's look at the line movement here. We'll filter. We'll go right to Circo. They've sat still, essentially. Penny's been on a little bit of a run. Went from minus 122 to minus 138 where it's at. Let's see. Novig, no data there for Novig. BOL opened in the minus 138 range, got hit up, and then shot back down in the minus 140 range, actually. It looks like we can see exactly minus 140. Yep. Okay. Only 0.8%, but definitely worth a look. Let's go back to the odd screen, showcase the amazing odd screen, 110 plus books. These data feeds are faster than the MLB, and I actually have the Nerfy in this one. So That's not good. That's a loss. Good thing you guys weren't able to get in and tail that. But let's see um, how they scored. This box score is a little bit slow, but this updates faster than MLB.com's does. So when you're using Pick the Odds, you can utilize it for literally everything. Let's check the play-by-play to see how I lost a Nerfy. Mets put up a 2-spot. Nimmo single, a Lindor double, so we're screwed right from the get-go. And then Juan Soto grounds it to a double play, which scores a run. But it keeps another runner on. Alonso, that doesn't make sense then. Single, double, just a ground out. Okay, Lindor goes to third. They only got one there. With Lindor scoring on a sacrifice fly from Alonso, then McNeil lines out. So those are all 3 outs. That is how the Mets put up 2-spot really quickly there. I want to go back to the odds screen and let's take a look at some of these other games. Find some best prices, find some bets. Reds up 2-0. Okay. And this one is all but over, I would assume, in Minnesota. But Brian Wu, Marcus Stroman, Taj Bradley, Walker Buehler. Let's sort through total and let's see what games are expected to be maybe high scoring. And then let's look at some props and see if we can find some correlation there. And hopefully find a home run or two. And we're going to be going back and forth between the actual EVs versus like what we have going on. So it's going to be it's going to be great. It's going to be great. 10.5 in athletics in Sacramento. That's not surprising at all. This game, I actually did bet the over. I got -105, so I'm not trying to pass post, but it looks like bookmakers hanging the best price there. Let's look at some props in that one. Let's look at some player props. First touchdown MLB. I wish. It's almost first touchdown season, boys. That's going to be fun. These games are going to be great during football season. So you can go. This is an odds screen view. You can see it game by game. As you see, like the divider here is essentially showing the game. Let's get down to where we want to get to. We can go directly to the matchup, but I would like seeing the market this way. Let's go PTO. Got a lot of data here. I know. My computer is doing its absolute best. We have to go game by game. Guardians, White Sox. We're White Sox fans in the first 5. Miles Michaelis on the bump. That could be a good one. Okay. Actually, while we're here, let's look at Braves Athletics. Austin Riley, it's +202 is the market average, man. I know JP Sears gets shelled by right-handed bats, and Riley's been hitting some dingers, but that's a crazy number. Rooker, market average 226, 360 at MGM. This is Bet2Bet Sportsbook if you have that. We'll try to down to 225. Okay. Profar 5-1. Not a lot of lines on Profar. Jacob Wilson. Not a lot of lines either. Let's see. Michael Harris. I mean, he's just been so bad this year. I don't even want to pretend he's going to be good. Nick Kurtz, 375 at BM. Probably not worth it there. Ronnie, what's he at? 250 at Circa. It's such a low price. Surprising Exchange doesn't have a better price, but Circa's holding strong on their number for Mr. Acuna to put another one out today. Rangers, Angels. Balls have been flying in this series. I'm on the over 9.5, so of course we expect some runs here. Let's see, market average for Joey Dell, 277. Soler, 375 at ESPN. That's at a market average of 313. That's interesting. We get to look at some pricing here for the home run, of course, courtesy of PTO. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what Penny or Sport Trade, 324 Penny. Let's zoom out a little bit. Move this chart on over. Penny was at 317, got shot to 3. I'm gonna go as far as to say this is worth a look at ESPN, and we're going to track this. We're gonna click this link, just like that. You're gonna pull up ESPN. Now ESPN sometimes has issues with the bet slip, but it does still bring you to the right game and to the right menus. So once this loads, we'll be able to go right to Solar and lock in, do a little refresh there. There we go, player props. ESPN also is just so slow sometimes, even when I'm not streaming. Like, I don't know if it's still just me or if it's a problem. But 375 for Solar, that's a beauty. We're gonna be ripping that one. We're going to be ripping that one. Right here. And there's no under offered at ESPN, but you can get your link right there and share that as well. So very nice. Let's go Soler Don. Let's go back to the traditional money lines here, and let's get back to seeing the screen. What the Orioles just do? 3-2. What did the O's just do to the Mets? Gunner fly out. We're going this way now. Urias grounds out. Mullins double. I was reading that, man. What are you doing? That was bottom two. Okay. Urias ground out. Seti double. Jackson double. Mullins scores. Jackson Holiday ground out. Jordan Westberg home run. Gunnar Henderson fly out to deep center. So that's how the O's put a 3 spot. All courtesy Pick the Odds. You can get all this information if you're live betting. You don't need to go anywhere else or have anything else. You can just go right there. But let's look at some of these money lines. I haven't played a money line yet today. This is always going to intrigue me. I'm the resident Rays fan right now because I just have a bunch of futures on them. I know the Blue Jays are doing their best to screw me, but I was a Yankee fade, and I'd like the team in the AL East to put on, and that team was preseason for me the Rays plus 105 ESPN on the money line. I'm absolutely taking that. So let's go right back to it. This is something that is a play. I absolutely love it, honestly. I am taking the Tampa Bay Rays whenever this loads for me. ESPN is always so slow, but Rays money line, absolutely play. Writing that down so we have it, but yeah, there we go. Tampa Bay Rays plus 105, beautiful. Parlay with Soler home run. So let me get that down as well, so we can lock in Tampa Bay plus 105. Let's go back to the EV screen, see what things have popped up since we've been there. Things are always obviously moving. You can set up notifications to Pick the Odds, so you can make sure that you are getting notified on whether it be your desktop or your phone to see when these plus EV plays that fit your criteria. Like, for example, if you only want to see 5% EVs or higher, you can set up notifications. And let me show you that, actually. Might as well. I just missed. It's on the homepage there. Notifications right here. You can set yourself up, so you can activate it on your mobile or your desktop, and you can set for which device that you have bet tracking notifications, which will be coming soon. Line notifications to make sure that if there's an odds you're looking for, if you're a bottom up sports bettor and you're making your own lines and you're waiting for something to pop up and you're kind of agnostic of the line of the line movement, set line notifications for that. Time notifications as well, and these little play buttons are all informational videos to show you exactly what you need to do. So everything you need that's on Pick the Odds, they have this kind of information for you. You can set time limits where you don't want notifications. If it's time you got to spend with the wife and the fam, of course, beyond important, you got to make sure that you can not get your notifications on date night. So Pick the Odds is thinking well ahead. But all these notifications are amazing. You can set them and make sure that you get to see what you want to see. So back to the EV screens, so you don't have to be like me and just always jumping back and forth. You could just notify, but of course we're doing it for good content and for you guys to find some winners today. But we now have Tampa Bay money line 1 unit, and we have Soler home run. So two good looks, as well as the Mystics first half money line. So we have WNBA and 2 MLB locked in, which is great. ESPN 6.5 under. I'm going to pause just for us to go through. We're going to probably miss on some live EV, but we'll find some pregame. Yeah, this weather is amazing. You get to see the weather at the game. Also, this means that the game is paused. The actual icon means it's live, but when it is bright red, it means the game is live. But when it's gray like this, it means that currently there's like a pitching change, or just a batter timeout, or between innings, etc. Really great feature. Let's see this one. Tennis is always wonky for me. Yeah, the odds. I think it's a DraftKings thing over a PTO thing. Absolutely. Odds shifted unfavorably. Well, DraftKings, that sucks for you. Live under. I kind of like this. Let's see if this is still there. Minus 120. It was minus 105 when we wanted it. So unfortunately, would not consider it there. Okay. Close. We wanted that potentially. 90 plus 2.5. I don't know. I love the Reds today. I didn't pull trigger on them, but I thought they were like a great money line. Look at this. Okay, let's pull up Caesars one more time. Plus 110 on over 8.5. I know these teams stink. Jonathan Cannon kind of stinks. Logan Allen kind of stinks. I'm going to consider that a play as well. So CWS over against Guardians, 9 plus 110. You see that's right there. Let me lock that in as well. We're going to go back to PTO. Right here, 1.4% expected value. Bet track, we're not going to see it anymore. It's going to be blocked because just so we don't double bet it. And there we go. We are tracked. We are tracked. Let's keep scrolling again. First 5 under 8.5, 0.8%. So we're kind of low on the EV here, which don't get me wrong, small EV compounds and adds up over time, but definitely trying to look for a little bit more. All right, let's keep rocking here. Let's go back to it and see if we can find another ARB. We got a bunch of new viewers in. What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining us. Pause. Let's try to find something where there is some liquidity here for this earned outs on Novig. I don't think the entire chat with such low liquidity will be able to get in, but if you have $500, 325.86 on Miles Michaelis, pitcher earned outs. An ARB on a game line here. So there's definitely going to be, this might be an alt game line. DK does not show limits before placing, because why would they do something that benefits the sports better? But this is also worth looking at as well. So I'm going to keep these two up for a second. The low liquidity at 457. So not like everybody in chat can get in on this ARB, but this ARB right here, if you have 365, I think is worth showing these three. So I'll give you guys some time. Do what you want with this info, and you have PTO. You just click this button and they both go into your bet slip and boom, you bet them. But we had that free 20 from earlier, which doesn't hit until the 13th. So I'm going to say there's another free, as we see, $50 right here. We'll split the difference. We'll call it a free 25, assuming only one of us can get in there, or one of you guys can get in there. But I'll give you guys some time to find these ARBs. I'm assuming this is an alternate. Actually, I probably shouldn't assume that. Let's just pull up DK for a second. I'll only look at it myself while you guys look at the ARB. Minus 217. It's still there, man. It's an alternate, so maybe limits are a little bit lower. Go back to make sure you guys see it for the total points for, I should say total runs for Rays Red Sox. You want that 7.5 over at 217, and you want that under at 275, plus 275 at B365. I'm going to just verify. I mean, somebody in chat can, of course, verify for me, but this being an alternate line, All sports, popular. V365's interface is disgusting. Alternate total game alternate. I can't speak. Yep, there it is though. It's not letting me click it because I don't have an account, but that's a plus 275. So that checks out, boys. There is a ARB waiting to be ARBed between these two books as well as these for the same bet. And this one, if the liquidity is gone, that means you guys did your job and got in. So it's been a little bit over a minute there. So we're going to keep scrolling, but hope you guys are able to lock in there. Through Hard Rock, this Novig would probably go away quickly though. Free cash. We'll call it $30. We'll call it a free 30s on stream for today, and then hopefully we keep hitting on some of these EV bets. Like we have the Mystics first half money line. Writing that down. Just so we have it, and we have it again in bet tracking beta. And we have the Solaire home run over 8.5. Mystics first half money line. Solaire home run I was not able to track, but I have it written down as well. We're rooting for Solaire big time tonight. Back to some EV. Let's see what we can find. I gotta back test these soccer, this MLS, and see if there is really a massive edge here. Obviously, this seems too good to be true. Everything most likely is. EV here to Novig with good liquidity. Novig, if you guys are unfamiliar, is a exchange. It's a prediction market. Really one of the best ones out there. They are constantly adding new lines between different sports, between even entertainment markets like Love Island. Some fun stuff there. Novig is absolutely worth downloading, and it's available, I want to say, in 39 states. I know a lot of states are changing their laws rapidly, unfortunately, but if you're not a Novig user, I would highly recommend downloading that app and getting started there. Total corners under, alternate over. That's for tomorrow. All right. This one, some no damage done in that third there. Cleveland first 5 over 2.5 plus 140. Let's take a look. Let's see if it's available. It is. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. 1.7% EV, plus 120 at bookmaker, 123 at penny, market average 119. That's what we call a tracked bet, ladies and gentlemen. Let me copy this link address. Let's go back to PTO, and we're going to track Cleveland team total first 5 over 2.5. We have that over as well. So now we're big Guardians fans. We're big Guardians fans tonight. We have the over in the full game. We have the first 5 team total over. So very, very nice. This is tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to say Scherzer is not playing against the Sacramento Athletics today. Again, some tomorrow. So we have some tomorrow MLB populating. Never too early to bet some good MLB. Of course, teams like the Mets are playing as we speak. Things can happen. This game has to be over, right? It says top 9. Third out minutes of the Twins. Twins are home. So, yep, this is a wrap there. So we have 2 hours for a bit, hour 40. We got an hour and 10 for this to kick off. Now, Yankees, Mariners. Of course, we have the Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge. Game 1, of course, they both go yard. Yesterday, neither go yard. Let's see what some home run props are looking like for the 2 biggest dong hitters in all of MLB. Cal Raleigh, circa 2-1, only $80 of liquidity on the over, but $1,680 on the under at Novig, which is not the best price in market, but it's still better than the market average. Let's see if this one's been moving whatsoever. Circus Hunger 200, and they said that's they actually had some movements. No, that was just the price. They said it's plus 200. It's plus 200. Novig was in the 150 range, but then the over got shot to plus 200. A lot of action, it seems like, on the under. I mean, Novig, you could set those lines differently. Circus just kept her under. ESPN is offering under. Interesting. Good for them. MGM offering under, though I guarantee if you bet too many home run props under, next thing you know, you're not going to be able to log into your MGM account. Okay, especially on Aaron Judge or Cal. That was Raleigh on Cal Raleigh, but of course I got to check Mr. Judge. 225. So they're saying it's more likely for Cal Raleigh to go yard, which makes sense. Got Stroh on the bump, ground ball pitcher, but a bad pitcher. Wu has been fantastic this year. So much less liquidity on Judge, which again makes sense. I feel like in the square mind would be trying to target Raleigh against Stroman rather than Judge against the other All-Star, though Judge at this point really is, matchup agnostic, unless we're talking high leverage situations, then Judge is he's a low leverage king. Shout out to all my Yankee fans. I like pissing off my friends. 265. So much more money on Raleigh, especially on the under. Not going to sit here and say it's like signal per se that Raleigh under is like worth it. But with that being said, considering the liquidity as well as some of the odds movement, a lot of people are fading Big Bumper today. So I guess it's worth noting. Nationals Cardinals. I want to take a look here. That's best at Pollard market 127, market average 121. We have Michaelis going for the Cardinals. What's his K prop? 3.5. I'm not shocked. He doesn't really miss a lot of bats. He has had a couple of good outings earlier this year. Washington, despite how bad they can be, do decently. Not striking out, but no EV here. This is just good to know. Circle only takes about 500 on K props. Not surprising by any means, but good to know. Profit X with Novig again with a lot of liquidity there on the under. Profit X, not much at all, but Novik with the better price. Worth noting. Let's look at Soroka, who's been pitching really well. His K line is 4.5. Penny 151, only 213 of liquidity. Wow. Novig again with big numbers on Soroka. Interesting. Plus 123 is best in market. The average is minus 101. So from that perspective, but when you add in the liquidity, even Profit X is taking a lot on this over. I'm going to monitor this one. This is something out of just curiosity for me. If you guys know some info, please let me know in chat. But very curious seeing this kind of setup with so much liquidity on one side, but also willing to hang the best prices in market. There's definitely a story being told. My multitasking brain, though, is not going to have a good time putting that together. But I actually forgot about this. Now that I saw the game even existed, I remember I took Diamondbacks minus 25 for the first 5-inning money line. That's looking like some good closing line value. I got the MGM earlier. My account is probably cooked. Let's see some of the line movement here because I probably got it. I got it at 11:25 a.m. Circa has been hanging their price like all day. They're beating to their own drum as usual. Opened around minus 124, minus 123. Got to minus 18. Actually, if I could just turn these off and just look at Penny. Turn off Circuit as well. Okay, minus 123. Got to minus 126, then shot up to minus 130. Down to minus 120, and let's see what time. 11:26. So I got in. It shot to minus 140 at 11:28. Let's see. We can see the exact story. This is an amazing feature of Pick the Odds. You could tell the exact story. They also have a view where you can just see like the chart with the time and the numbers to make it arguably easier for how you want to go about it. But I do like looking at the graph. I'm a visual kind of person. So I got 11:25. At 11:24, it shot up. So did well there. Then it went got some buyback, but then it has stabilized at this minus 134. Isn't great price considering what I got it at, but now with the market average and the best price at 132, not past posting, just talking game and ball. So from let's go back to props here for this one. We have on the bump Randy Vasquez and Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo has been getting a little bit better. Look at the strikeout numbers. Best price is at Bovada at plus 110. Really not a lot of liquidity at all from these exchanges on this K market. So not a lot of interest there. The Padres are a low strikeout kind of team. Erod is variance, honestly, in a nutshell as a pitcher. And Randy, yeah, 2.5. Who knows how deep Randy can go? I mean, I'm on the D-backs. I got it from a price perspective, but also from like a ball perspective, like Randy Vasquez. Like I have him in fantasy. I streamed him last week, which did well for me. I'm debating putting him in my starting lineup. Like I don't know. I think it could be a situation where he gets absolutely shellacked, and I'm not trying to lose points in a must-win. So let's go D-backs. Let's go D-backs. We've looked at almost every game so far. Let's do another EV check and see if we can maybe get something in live for these games that are happening. The other game's first pitcher in about an hour. 11.5 under. It's out right there. I want to see just if that's how quickly MGM is going to be moving. The game is happening. Minus 115. So no, that one is long gone, unfortunately. But again, that was with the game happening. That strikeout just happened. So it makes sense. PTO, again, updating faster than MLB. So if you're on MLB, you would have saw this line after. You would have missed it. Like we missed it by the skin of our teeth. You would have missed it big time. Can't bet Summer League in New York, which is annoying. I don't think you can in many states, but in the states you can. I'm sure it's honestly probably a gold mine. Okay. Alternate over here at B365 plus 150. ESPN plus 140. Not gonna track. Not gonna track. Strider though can definitely get beat up. The Braves offense coming to life in Sacramento, which is not too much of a tell. Total at Bet Rivers. I mean, it's Rivers. I don't know how many people have Rivers at this point. I don't know where they're legal, or where you're not limited. That's the beauty of a Profit X and a Novig. You'll never get limited there. They want all your action on the peer-to-peer marketplace. Yeah, we got some stuff for tomorrow. So let's look for another ARB. Maybe we'll wet like an inning bet and call it. But Summer League. Let's see if the ARBs we talked about earlier are even still here. No, they're gone. So hope you guys did a great job and cleaned those up and got there before they closed out, because there was a free couple bucks there. Let's see if I had more of like the Mets just scored, and so that live under is probably even better now. This live under that we missed as well, unfortunately, looks like obviously so much baseball to be played, but I could see why that was the side. Hindsight always 2020, but I mean things are going to be moving. This under 10.5 plus 270. See, yeah, that one we saw move right in the bet slip. The under 11.5 that we had. That is now plus 145. So yes, another run came across. It's tie game now, so it's technically 3 + 3 = 7. And it just shot back down. Okay. The market is marketing, as we could tell in the lives. Unsurprisingly, that is how it's going down. PTO is again faster than those feeds, so we see 3-3-0-1 count. Runners on the corners. And we're going to be able to see this update in real time as pitches are thrown. This icon again, now that it's red, is because this at bat is happening. This at bat is live. It's 0-2, just like that. 0-2 count. Brett Beatty. Can he give the Mets some breathing room here? this alternate over 02. And just like that, it disappears. So let's see what happened. We go to the odds screen and see exactly what went down there. Bottom four got out. Pull up the box score, the play-by-play. Soda walk, steal, Beatty. Singles, McNeil scores. It does not make sense. I don't know what's going on there. That was top four, yeah. Other Mets did score one. Did they? Soda walk, steal second, line out. McNeil walk, Viento strikeout. McNeil third, Soda scores. Beatty singles. So I was just delayed there. Luis Angel Acuna. So Beatty's the one who's tied up that game. Gotcha. Then Acuna is the one who ended the inning there. See, now that's not in play. What expected value there is. Under 10.5 plus 210. FanDuel best price here at under 11.5 plus 116. That was over at MGM come up. Well, I want to see what it is at MGM as well, because that's what we're looking at initially. It's 10.5. All right. Things are going to just move into quickly on the live. PTO keeps you completely up there, but some things you just can't catch up to, unfortunately. These live odds moving and grooving. PTO gives you the best chance possible. And by the way, it is absolutely free to get started. So picktheodds.app. Hard Rock. Any Hard Rock users in chat? Plus 115. Nationals first 5 ML. Market average plus 101. Penny at minus 101. Circa plus 105. 5K limits on both. If you have a Hard Rock account, I would take that. I'll track it out of respect, because if I had a Hard Rock account, I'd be betting this as well. So let's track that. Let's go to what we have right here. I gotta get Soler tracked. See my bets today. So Mystics first half money line. Cleveland Guardians first 5 team total over 2.5. Guardians White Sox total over 8.5. And Nationals first 5 money line. A bunch of plus chicken on this EV today, which is always great. One out there. This game's been kind of flying by. Who did the damage for the Reds? Let's find out. Ellie De La Cruz has a run, and Spencer Steer hit a solo shot. Okay. Quick 2 runs against Quantrill, but has been quiet there. I mean, the Reds bullpen absolutely blow up, and the Marlins can hit, though. Looks like Lodolo, 4 innings, only 2 hits, 3 Ks. So they make a little bit of contact. Lodolo's good, not great. I'm excited for this, though. We have we took Ray's money line, I thought. I guess it's not track. It's plus 106 now at Bookmaker. We got the 105 at ESPN still there, so we're going to track that as well. Tampa Bay track. Okay. Now let's check that Soler. I think we were just on the wrong screen, so that's my bad. But we did like Soler is on the Angels. Player prop. Let's see if that price is still there. Home runs. Jorge Soler. Yep, 375 ESPN. Boop. Okay, there we go. So now, with everything we have, bet tracking, again, still in beta. I cannot wait until it goes live and you have your charts and all your statistics right here. You hide bets. You're just betting. All you're doing is, this is what the process is going to be. I'm just going to, even though, just for visual sake, right? You're going to be on your plus EV screen. You're going to go to your filters when you got PTO. You're going to download Pick the Odds. You're going to build your EV formula. You're going to set up your EV controls. You're going to create your own custom filters by sportsbook. Then you're going to create your own custom filters by bet type. And you're going to filter within each individual bet type you want it to be. Money lines, spreads, totals, player props, team props, all these other miscellaneous props. You're going to then filter your leagues to make sure you have your EV calcs per sportsbook per league. You're going to make sure you only see the ROI that you want to see. Okay. Then you're going to go to your EV screen with your newly amazingly minted plus EV. You're going to click links like this, one click, and your FanDuel is going to pop up. You're going to, this went to 150.4. So some CLV already, or we'll see what it closes at. It's line value. You're going to place your bet on your own. You're going to go back to PTO. You're going to click this button right there. You're going to click track bet. You're going to track that bet and block it so you don't have to worry about it again. And then you're going to go to your bet tracking after your, quick EV sesh or your long EV sesh. You're going to see all your bets. You're going to see your every single day breakdown. You're going to see your entire performance broken down for you. And I don't know how it can get much better and easier than that for any professional sports bettor, for any aspiring professional sports bettor, for any side hustle sports bettor. This is amazing. Let's do another run, and then we'll probably call it for today. We have, again, a very good amount of plays that we'll be sweating out, which is going to be exciting. And I'll be back on stream tomorrow, and then Sunday as well. Same schedule as always. See, I wish the soccer game was today. What's today? Today's Thursday. So this is Monday. Gotcha. Also have that free arbitrage list. So we have an arb for that game, so that's a guaranteed profit. Hopefully, if you guys got in, and we did get at least one other arb in for, we'll say, an average of like $30. So that's great. Alt total here at MGM plus 118, plus 103 at Profit X, plus 108 at Penny. Nothing at FD for this. Let's keep going. I need to figure out this MLS and really just get a good EV count going, because there's probably so much value on the board there. I know it's everyone's talking dog view this summer, but you got WNBA, you have the World Cup, you have Wimbledon, you have MLS. You obviously have football coming, some futures. I know tying up money in certain markets for that is not the move at certain odds, but other situations it definitely can be. Rivers, no one has Rivers. Mets got out of that, top 5 starting. Orioles, where'd that go? See, everything's moving so quickly with the live odds. Under 11.5, so it's technically 7 runs. We took this, I think. No, we took team total and the game total over. Washington only 0.6%. All right, fam. Let's see if the Reds get out of this one. Is there like a money line to take here? Definitely not a first 5, as that's almost as good as done. But one swing of the bat and we have a tied ball game here. We know how bad the Reds pen can be. Who we got up right now? We have Derek Hill, right? Is that his name? I think so. Center fielder, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, batting in the lineup. Dead last. Yep, center field. Got multiple center. Oh, I guess he's coming. Fortes is the catcher. Yeah, so there's a little error there. That should be a little C. No CF for Fortes. We got Hill, the actual catcher. But they got out of it. Hill, let's see, the pitch took a ball, took a strike. This will update always a little bit slower, because these are like, actually, again, you're talking about the exact mile per hour, the exact pitch, the exact outcome, but this is lightning fast. Flies out to deep center to TJ Friedel. So that's going to wrap that up there. So, all right, fam. One more time, looking at the bets that we have placed today. Zooming out doesn't even help. We'll go slowly again. Mystics first half money line. Nationals first 5 money line. Cleveland first 5 team total over 2.5. Guardians White Sox full game total over 8.5. Tampa Bay Rays money line. Jorge Soler. Oh, we have the odd screen here, which is great. I just wanted to say, and Jorge Soler over home run. So that's gonna wrap it up for me today, boys. I really appreciate everybody who came into the stream today. I am going to be streaming as well tomorrow, and last stream we swept the board, so we're trying to do that again. I'll recap after I have everything written down the side because now we know with the PTO's beta for the bet tracking, it's not up to date, which is more than fine. I cannot wait for that to go live. But I appreciate everybody for hopping in. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Go to picktheodds.app and try it out for free. And also for all your sports betting tool needs, betsmart.co. Follow me at GoBetSmart. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys